and welcome to News at this hour. I'm your host Rika Roy and this is our top story. Ahead of the hearing of the petitions challenging the Waqf Amendment Act 2025, the states of Assam, Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, and Uttarakhand and Maharashtra have filed intervention applications in the Supreme Court supporting the legislation. They have sought to implead. They have sought to be impleaded in the petition filed by the All India Muslim Personal Law Board, and Nada Rajasthan said that though the petition was well-intentioned in raising certain constitutional concerns, it regrettably failed to appreciate the on-ground realities faced by the state administration. Now, 150 people have been arrested in violence-ridden West Bengal. Several areas in North Bengal's Murshidabad district are tense in aftermath of violence during protests against the Waqf Amendment Act. 3 people have been killed. Chief Minister Mamata has appealed for calm and said those behind the riots were harming the society. She said it is the centre and not the state government that has brought the law in question. Ms. Banerjee has reiterated that her party does not support the Waqf Amendment Act. She claimed that BJP and BSF, or the Border Security Force, have hatched a conspiracy. BJP, in its turn, has rubbished her allegations, calling for an NIA investigation.
সবাইকে বলবো শান্তিপূর্ণভাবে গণতান্ত্রিক আন্দোলন করার অধিকার সকলের আছে উইথ পারমিশন, বাট প্লিজ দয়া করে সে যেই হোক, এ বি সি ডি ই এফ জি যেই বা হোক, আইন কখনো হাতে তুলে নেবেন না। আইনের জন্য তো আইনের রক্ষক আছে, আইনের ভক্ষক তো দরকার নেই। তাই আপনাদের অনুরোধ করব, কেউ কেউ প্ররোচনা দেবে কোনো ব্যাপারে, কিন্তু প্ররোচিত হবেন না। প্ররোচনার সময় যে মাথা ঠান্ডা রাখে সেই তো আসল জয় করে, তাই তো আসল জয় হয়।
Murshidabad in West Bengal remains tense but calm. Once bustling markets now have the BSF marching to maintain law and order. Families have fled their homes fearing death in the hands of unruly mob.
Not a single person will be spared. Obviously এটা বললাম, it will take time. দেখুন হারিতে জিনিসটা ভুল হলে it will lead to wrong things.
But the damage has been done. 3 lives lost. For the families, it's a little too late to pin their hopes on the police. The violence, which comes a year ahead of elections in the state, has only helped fuel a political fight.
আমরা চাই এনআইএ দ্রুত মুর্শিদাবাদ দাঙ্গা হাতে নিক। আমি ধন্যবাদ জানাবো কেন্দ্রীয় স্বরাষ্ট্র দপ্তরকে।
Even the Indian Secular Front took out a rally in Kolkata to register their protest. The Trinamool Congress, however, has alleged a larger conspiracy.
Receiving some inputs and allegations that there was a larger conspiracy behind those incidents. Some section of central agency, a section of BSF and a section of 2 or 3 political parties. They were involved in this conspiracy.
With over 200 arrested and a dozen FIRs filed by the West Bengal Police, ADG Law and Order has said those behind the mindless violence in Murshidabad since Friday will not be spared. But what stoked the violence in Murshidabad? That remains to be seen. With GD Shankar, Shreyashi De for NDTV.
Opposition's chorus grows on Waqf Amendment Bill after West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, Karnataka's Minority Welfare Minister Zamir Ahmed has claimed that Waqf Bill won't be implemented. Zamir Ahmed claimed that West Bengal, Tamil Nadu and Kerala have all decided to take a stand against the bill. Now Karnataka government has also decided the same.
वक्फ अमेंडमेंट बिल के लिए ममता बनर्जी ने भी डिसीजन लिया है, तमिलनाडु के चीफ मिनिस्टर ने भी डिसीजन लिया है, हमारा केरला का गवर्नमेंट ने भी डिसीजन लिया है और कर्नाटका गवर्नमेंट भी हम लोग ने भी डिसीजन लिया है। ये वक्फ अमेंडमेंट बिल का हमारा साकार नहीं है करके। हमने भी डिसीजन लिया है। अभी इसके अंदर में ही आपके माध्यम मुखांतरा मेरी आवाम से कल सुन के बेहद दुख हुआ मेरे को। वेस्ट बंगाल के अंदर प्रोटेस्ट के अंदर 3 आदमी का देहांत हुआ करके सुन के बहुत मेरे को दुख जाहिर हुआ। तो मेरे आप माध्यम मुखांतरा मेरी मुसलमान पूरी स्टेट के अंदर, पूरी हिंदुस्तान के अंदर में मेरी आवाम से मैं आजिज़ाना गुजारिश करता हूँ, ये बिल तो नहीं पास होने का था, बिल पास हो गया, उसको जो भी है हम कोर्ट के थ्रू हम लोग हमारा प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर लेना, कोर्ट में हमारे को इंसाफ मिलेगा करके मेरे को भरोसा है।
NDTV caught up with Kiren Rijiju, the Minority Affairs Minister, in his first interview since the Waqf Act. Rijiju spoke about correcting a historical mistake and his retort to opposition's attack. He also said that some people are inciting Muslims, and he has also attacked Mamata Banerjee over the situation right now in Murshidabad and in South Bengal as well.
Mr. Rijiju, I will not take much of your time. I know you have an extremely busy schedule. My last question to you is that the Chief Minister of West Bengal says that she will not implement the law in her state. Does she have a choice? You are also the former law minister. That's why I ask you this question.
Does that mean that the Chief Minister of West Bengal doesn't believe in the Constitution of India? Sitting in a constitutional position and saying that the act passed by the Parliament will not be implemented, what kind of bizarre statement is that? Secondly, does Mamata Banerjee or anybody who says they will not implement, they don't care for the poor people? This is precisely because they treat the Muslims as mere vote bank. Now, if you treat a particular community as vote bank, means you are treating them as a commodity to be used for certain purpose. It will be a black day the moment it is clear that they will defy an act passed by the Parliament of India, because we are guided by the Constitution of India. Anybody who says that they will not obey the act passed by the Parliament of India has to ask himself or herself that does he or she has any moral authority and constitutional right to occupy in that position and to hold the kitab, Samvidhan kitab, they keep displaying, Samvidhan Zindabad. Do they respect Dr. Babasaheb Bhimrao Ambedkar? Do they consider the Constitution book as a sacred document, a guiding book for us? What kind of message they want to send by making this kind of statement which cannot be accepted by a normal citizen of this country, a normal rule-abiding citizen of this country? Very unfortunate. But I sincerely hope that wisdom will prevail. These people understand that they are making grave mistakes by inciting violence, by criticizing to the point which are unfounded, and then making unconstitutional statement coming from people who are holding constitutional positions.
Switching tracks and some news coming in from Lucknow. This fire in the upper floor room of Lok Bandhu Hospital in Lucknow. Fire brigade is on the spot. CM Yogi Adityanath has taken stock of the situation. He said that the critical patients are being shifted to another ward. There has been no loss of life after there was a fire in the upper floor of Lok Bandhu Hospital in Lucknow.
हमारे चिकित्सकों ने, पैरामेडिकल स्टाफ ने, हमारे चिकित्सा अधीक्षक ने, प्रमुख चिकित्सा अधीक्षक ने, सब लोगों ने मिलकर के सारे पेशेंट्स को विभिन्न अस्पतालों में शिफ्ट किया है। सीरियस जो मरीज हैं उनको हमने केजीएमयू में शिफ्ट किया है और जो सीरियस नहीं थे उनको बलरामपुर और सिविल भेजा गया है और वहां उनको भर्ती करा करके इलाज जारी है और आग के कारणों का पता बाद में चलेगा। अभी फायर ब्रिगेड की टीम अस्पताल के बिल्डिंग के अंदर है, टीटी तल पर जहां धुआं निकला था, और सभी मरीजों को रेस्क्यू कर लिया गया। लगभग 200 मरीज थे, सभी को यहां से शिफ्ट कर दिया गया।
My colleague Ranveer joins me for more on the story. Ranveer, has the fire safety officials been able to ascertain the reason of the fire and have the situation completely come under control right now?
Yes, as per the officials present there, they are claiming that the fire is under control and around 200 patients are being shifted to different hospitals. Few were serious. So the serious patients are shifted to KGMU, while the rest of the patients, they have been shifted to Civil Hospital and Balrampur Hospital. So a fire broke out at around 10 p.m. today in Lokbandhu Hospital, which is located in Krishnanagar police station area. So just after the fire incidents, the fire brigade as well as police officials reached there. The medical staff, the paramedical staff and other officials, they rescued the patients who are admitted there, and after the rescue, the fire brigade started the controlling the fire, and now, as per the officials present there, they are claiming that the fire is under control, but there is no casualty, no one is injured, and no casualty have been reported till now in the fire incidents.
Thank you very much for getting us all those details. Prime Minister Narendra Modi hit out at Telangana government over Hyderabad deforestation row. PM said that Congress is destroying the forest in Telangana, whereas the Telangana Deputy Chief Minister Mallu Bhatti Vikramarka countered PM Modi over the Gachibowli land dispute. He claimed that it is not forest land, it is revenue land. If that were forest land, then it could not have been given to educational institutions.
साथियों, तेलंगाना की कांग्रेस सरकार भी जनता से किए वादे भूल गई है। वहां कांग्रेस, वहां की सरकार जंगलों पर बुलडोजर चलवाने में व्यस्त है। प्रकृति को नुकसान, जानवरों को खतरा, यही है कांग्रेस की कार्यशैली। हम यहां कचरे से गोवर्धन बनाने के लिए मेहनत कर रहे हैं और वो बने बनाए जंगलों को उजाड़ रहे हैं। यानी सरकार चलाने के दो मॉडल आपके सामने है। एक तरफ कांग्रेस का मॉडल है जो पूरी तरह झूठ साबित हो चुका है, जिसमें सिर्फ कुर्सी के बारे में सोचा जाता है।
Even if he is referring to the Kancha Gachibowli lands, also what? See, everybody will go by the record. As per my knowledge goes, as per the records, it is not a forest land. I don't know who has given him the information, but definitely it is not a forest land. It is a revenue land, and everyone knows about it. If that is the forest land, then the same survey number, we have a university, we have a IIIT, we have a ISB nearby that, adjacent to that, we have TI, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, kind of an institution is there, biological, immunological center is there, many institutions are there, even a knowledge center is also there. If that's a forest, how come all these institutions are there now?
The Prime Minister attacked Karnataka government over high prices in the state. PM said that in the Congress ruled Karnataka, from electricity to milk and bus fare to seeds, everything is getting very expensive. He accused the Congress government of imposing different types of taxes in Karnataka, which led to inflation in the state. But Veerappa Moily has hit back, saying milk prices are lower in Karnataka.
कर्नाटका में बिजली से लेकर दूध तक, बस किराए से लेकर बीज तक, हर चीज महंगी हो रही है। मैं सोशल मीडिया पर देख रहा था, कर्नाटका में कांग्रेस सरकार ने जो महंगाई बढ़ाई है, भांति भांति के टैक्स लगाए हैं। खुद वहां के मुख्यमंत्री के करीबी कहते हैं कि कांग्रेस ने कर्नाटका को करप्शन में नंबर 1 बना दिया।
The hike of the price with regard to the milk prices in Karnataka is lowest among all the states, including the BJP ruled state. without knowing this act, talking just like a person on the street, a prime minister of the country should not lower himself, criticizing the state government when he has to defend the federal system of the government and letting them heavily and shirking all the responsibilities which he has to handle as a prime minister. He wants to give a big onslaught on the federal systems of the government, wants to weaken the state government, particularly the state governments, run by the non-opposition parties.
Fugitive diamond merchant Mehul Choksi under arrest in Belgium. The police in Belgium have arrested Choksi following an extradition request by Indian probe agencies for his alleged involvement in the 13,500 crore Punjab National Bank scam. Belgian Justice Department reconfirmed the arrest to NDTV. Choksi was arrested on April 12th, which was Saturday, after Indian authorities submitted an extradition request. There is a strong possibility that Mr. Choksi will approach higher authorities to challenge his extradition. He has been on the run from law for 7 years. Now, the Water Tanker Association in Mumbai called off their 4-day strike after meeting with its city's civic body chief. The association began its indefinite break from supplying water after the BMC issued notices to owners of private wells that supply water to the tankers. The municipal commissioner of BMC has assured that that the notices will be revoked until the issue is dealt with by the Central Groundwater Authority.
Some relief for Mumbaikars. The 5-day-long strike of the Mumbai Water Tanker Association, on since April 10th, called off. This after a breakthrough in talks between the striking associations and the BMC.
हमको आश्वासन दिया गया है भूषण गगरानी साहब जो मुंबई के कमिश्नर है कि आप जिसके वजह से आपने ये किया था बंद जो नोटिसेस दिए गए थे 381 के तो वो हम रिवोक कर रहे हैं और आगे जाके आपका जब तक CGW से प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व नहीं होता है तब तक हम नए नोटिसेस इशू नहीं करेंगे.
But Mumbaikars have suffered as BMC and the Water Tanker Association bickered. Many even took to the streets in protest.
We need our basic amenity, that is water, and it should be given to us from the BMC, not from the tankers.
It is very necessary and important to streamline this water tanker association so that everything is on record, how much water they take and how much water they are supplying, where they are supplying. This is absolutely needed. Transparency is needed so that all this nexus is going on. This will help end that nexus. So the government has to, promise them ease of business.
The decision to withdraw the strike came hours after the BMC announced that it would take over the water tanker supply operations. BMC Commissioner Bhushan Gagrani assured the striking bodies that the controversial guidelines that led to the stir would be removed. He also advised them to challenge the contentious role of Central Groundwater Authority's amendment in the Supreme Court.
सेंटर से बात करेंगे बोले क्योंकि सेंटर का मसला है इसलिए हमको उसमें कुछ कर नहीं सकते हम मतलब कोर्ट में जाएंगे उसके लिए और हमको जो नोटिस दिए गई थी वो अभी आज से नहीं आएंगे नोटिसेस और कुछ कार्रवाई हमारे पे नहीं होगी.
The Mumbai Water Tankers Association has finally called off their strike after continuing it for as many as 5 days. It included a series of meetings with different officials, including a phone call with the Chief Minister himself and an assurance from the higher ups here in the state that the matters will be dealt with swiftly. They've also stated that all the notices which have been sent to the tanker owners will be revoked with an immediate notice. Now, this body, that is the water tanker body, will challenge the Central Groundwater Authority's rules or amendments directly in the Supreme Court. With camera person Rajendra Dyarkar, this is Anuj Raite reporting for NDTV from Mumbai.
With that, a quick break on the show. More on the other side. Stay tuned. Former Indian cricket captain Sourav Ganguly is back again in cricket administration. He has been reappointed as the Men's Cricket Committee chairman by the ICC. Ganguly, who's previously led India to the 2003 World Cup final, first took over in the role in 2021, succeeding Anil Kumble after the latter completed the maximum period tenure of 3 terms. In the committee will be his former teammate VVS Lakshman. The revamped panel includes several other notable figures from the world of cricket, including former Afghanistan pacer Hamid Hassan, legendary West Indies opener Desmond Haynes, England's ex-batter Jonathan Trott, and South Africa's current Test and ODI captain Themba Bavuma. Now, to provide balance between the bat and the ball in 50-over cricket, the newly formed Cricket Committee has made a recommendation. They have proposed that in ODI cricket, the fielding side be allowed to select which ball they wish to carry on with after the 34th over, by when both the balls will be 17 overs old. The ball that is not chosen will then be kept as a spare ball in case it is needed. Remember, the 2 balls are currently used in ODI cricket from 2 ends. Boards are expected to give their feedback on the tweak by the end of this month. If there is consensus, it will be formalized in the playing conditions, most likely at the ICC's general meeting in July. International news now. US President Donald Trump welcomed El Salvador's President Nayib Bukele to the White House. The meeting occurs as Trump intensifies efforts to curb illegal immigration and commends El Salvador for cooperating with US deportation policies, including accepting alleged gang members and detainees into its prison system. During the discussion, Trump described tariffs as the most beautiful word in the dictionary after love of God. He also addressed Iran, urging the nation to abandon its nuclear ambitions and warning that US would take very harsh action if necessary to prevent Tehran from developing nuclear weapons. Listen into what the President of the United States had to say.
Them on Saturday. We have another meeting scheduled next Saturday. I said, that's a long time. You know, that's a long time. So I think they might be tapping us along. But Iran has to get rid of the concept of a nuclear weapon. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. He can't have a nuclear weapon. Nobody can have, we can't have anybody having nuclear weapons, you know? We can't have nuclear weapons. And I think they're tapping us along because we're so used to dealing with stupid people in this country. Only thing is, one thing, simple. It's really simple. They can't have a nuclear weapon. And they got to go fast because they're fairly close to having one. And they're not going to have one. And if we have to do something very harsh, we'll do it. And I'm not doing it for us, I'm doing it for the world. And these are radicalized people, and they cannot have a nuclear weapon. As I said, the most beautiful word in the dictionary. After love, God, relationship. The press actually hit me and said, tariff is the most beautiful word in the dictionary. What about family, love, God? So I got hit even on that. You understand? I said, okay. So now I say it's my 5th most favorite word because they get you on anything.
Pop star Katy Perry and 5 other women launched into space on a Blue Origin rocket and successfully returned to Earth, marking the first all-female space flight in more than 60 years. The crew lifted off from West Texas at about 7 a.m. this morning and traveled to the edge of the space, where they experienced a brief period of weightlessness before returning to Earth in the flight that lasted around 11 minutes. The space flight is a high-profile win for Jeff Bezos and his new Shepard launch vehicle, which has been developed for space tourism. Well, that's all we could pack into this bulletin. Thanks for watching.